In the 1930s, film was just starting to have sound and showcase the amount of talent in front of the camera and behind the scenes. Films like Dracula, Frankenstein, The Wizard of Oz, Gone with the Wind, and others stand the test of time from that era, and each showcase different merits as to why they are timeless. But one particular film from 1933 revolutionized the industry and did something that no other at the time has done or seen before. In 1933, the film called King Kong. With the film releasing on April 7th in 1933, it has been considered one of the greatest films of all time, with the American Film Institute currently having the film as the 43rd best American film of all time. The film had such an amazing story, interesting characters, and to top it off, it had effects that were never seen before then. The technological magic that was incorporated into the film used a slew of different filming techniques in which actors could appear side by side with Kong in a dense jungle and being tossed around like ragdolls through effective usage of old school special effects. Looking at scenes like this, how were they able to integrate real human actors and stop-motion puppets? The man responsible for these incredible effects and stop-motion is Willis O'Brien. O'Brien was the chief technician on the film and was responsible for the stop-motion, miniature sets, glass paintings, and full-scale practical creatures. First, stop-motion. Stop-motion is a cinema technique whereby the camera is repeatedly stopped and started, for example, to give animated figures the impression of movement. In 1933, stop motion was not a new technique, but was almost perfected by O'Brien with this film. There were 4 different Kong puppets built, and each of them were made with animal fur, latex, rubber, with a interposable skeleton. Kong and many of the dinosaurs on the island were all stop motion, but with some portions in the film, Kong was also integrated with practical effects. The studio had built a bust of Kong's upper body that was more than 10 feet tall to give moments in the film of Kong moving his eyes, eating people, and grabbing the main actress, which would have been difficult for stop motion to do so up close. Many of the effects were combined, giving the film a larger feeling than thought possible for the time period. O'Brien combined many of his shots that include a glass painting, miniature models, and matte paintings. This gave the film depth and allowed Kong to be animated between those layers to have a realistic feeling to it all. Being able to tinker with rear screen projectors, O'Brien was able to put live action actors in front of the stop motion Kong. Kong has had a lengthy film career, spanning from 1933 all the way up to 2017, all which use different technological effects and equipment to try and bring Kong to life. With 7 theatrical release films and a few animated ones, Kong has changed shapes and sizes through the years. Starting out as a puppet, going from an actor in a suit to now modern day CGI. It goes to show how film has changed drastically over the 85 years since the 8th wonder of the world first hit theaters. Going from this,
truly the thrill of thrills. Don't miss it this time.
To this,
Tokyo into the ground, holding a beautiful girl in his grasp. See Godzilla destroy an entire army. See King Kong trapped by the blazing barrier of 1 billion volts.
to finally modern day, which would be this.
Is that a monkey?
Willis O'Brien and the original crew created something that really did change the filmmaking world, and even to this day is a spectacle that computer graphics cannot capture, showing that the original Kong really was the 8th wonder of the world.
Well, Denham, the airplane's got him. Oh, no. It wasn't the airplanes. It was beauty killed the beast. Beauty killed